102.1 KFMA.
You say it, I'll play it.
You want it? You got it. Reality radio done right. No nonsense, real and raw, just like you like it.
He's corrupt, he's inexperienced, and he lies.
Broadcasting from a broom closet in the Arizona Lotus Studios, it's Beef Vegan Presents.
Yo, welcome back to the show. It's Beef Vegan Presents live on Rock 102.1 KFMA, streaming worldwide at KFMA.com. I think my voice is cracking on this beautiful Tuesday, November 8th. Good morning, Rico. Oh, what's the matter, buddy?
The Powerball got delayed.
No, not the Powerball.
I'm here.
You're absolutely right. Yes, $1.9 billion jackpot, the largest jackpot of all time. And shenanigans are happening right now. There was no drawing last night because of quote-unquote security issues. That is not good in this day and age when people don't like them machines. They don't trust them machines.
Nope.
And, you know, the feeling of that the Powerball was rigged and fixed to begin with just amplified by 1.9 billion. Honestly, so yeah, they're trying to figure it out. California is blaming a state. They didn't name the state, but they're blaming a particular state for not getting their act together in time and causing a security issue. So, you know, they're pointing fingers. Could you guess any guesses of what state it may be?
Florida.
Probably Florida. Yes,
Florida.
Yes. Good answer. So, you know, as far as this morning, everyone was waking up hoping that they could check the lottery and be the country's latest billionaire, close to it. In fact, actually, if you would take the lump sum of the $1.9 billion, you would make out with like 984 million.
That's
so close.
Wild.
Yeah. That's life ruining amount of money right there. 100%. You know, there's nothing about this Powerball, even though I bought a ticket. There's nothing about this Powerball that is beneficial to you. If you win it, you're screwed. It's basically a curse, and your entire life as you know it is going to be over, and you're going to be ruined. There's no possible scenario where anyone wins close to $1 billion and they end up living a happier life because of it. There's no scenario, not in any situation. I read through so many horror stories of people just win like $3 million and it's jacking up their lives.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. You become a makeshift billionaire and you think you know what you're doing. And oh no,
You suddenly have a new family coming out of the woodwork.
it's not even just the personal family, but yeah, you have those people, the scavengers are coming around. But then also you're talking about you're on a list, a very short list of billionaires, and you know all these bloodsuckers out there who smell money and go for it for the jugular would immediately come after you, left, right, and the other thing. If you think you're getting spammed now because it's political season and getting all random text messages, win $1 billion and then see how it doesn't matter how often you change your phone number, how it keeps blowing up and people are coming at you left and right. So again, I don't understand why I even paid money for a Powerball ticket. Maybe I want that pain.
You want that brunch with Bezos. You know that. That's what you want.
No, I don't know if that would be my first choice if I won $1 billion. So I can't even think about it. It's not even a realistic fantasy because now we don't even know when the drawing is going to be. Will it happen tonight? Will it postpone all future Powerballs? Are they just going to scrap it and say, you know what?
Canceled.
Yeah, we'll take your money this time. Don't act like you were going to win anyways, and we'll do it again on Wednesday.
I want to see Biden come out and act like he's going to give everybody a refund for their tickets.
Yeah.
Like, send proof that you paid $10 to the 7-Eleven.
Well, if he's going to do it, he needs to do it within the next couple hours. Obviously,
right.
Today is voting day. Get out and vote. That is your American right, and do it while your votes still count. So a lot of people are amped up about this year's midterm election, more hype than normal midterm elections. And, you're seeing there's obviously a lot of talk on both sides talking about the importance of this election.
And it's very peaceful and amicable from both sides right now. Everybody's very calm.
I honestly, I can't wait for this to be over, but I will give you a 3-step guide to living a happy life. All right. When it comes to your American right to vote. Okay. First off, shut the F up. All right, that's step 1. Number 2, vote, right? And then number 3, shut the F up again. If you follow that easy 3 steps, you will live a happy life. All right. Yeah. You don't need to scream from the rafters where, anything really. You just shut up, you go vote, and then you shut up again. And then wait to see the results. And it is what it is.
Save it for Thanksgiving.
Yeah, save it for Thanksgiving. Save it for fighting with your family on Thanksgiving. But if you want to have a good Thanksgiving, I would probably shut up again. But yeah, there are polls open all over the county. Of course, Pima County has a policy where they say the polls open at 6 a.m. And the first general election voting centers are in Pima County. That means if you live in Pima County, you're not limited to your precinct as in the past. You can cast your ballot and anywhere at any voting center within Pima County, which is essentially everywhere here in Southern Arizona. So just go to the one that's most convenient for you. Get in line, vote. It won't take that long. Get it over with. Get your sticker. It's too bad they don't give out lollipops. That'd be awesome.
That would be awesome.
And then go on with your day. All right.
Yeah.
So that's all we encourage you to do. And meanwhile, while you're on your way to go vote and go work, do your American duties, we're going to be giving away a bunch of different tickets. It's a Tap Out Tuesday. We're going to have Shane from Tucson Games and Gadgets in studio in the 8 o'clock hour, giving up to $100 in gift certificates for Tucson Games and Gadgets, just in time for the holiday season. And then, of course, we have tickets for comedian Felipe Esparza and promo, blah, blah, blah.
Felipe.
Yes. Felipe, as my good friend Rico pointed out, and I forgot. I like to make him French, even though he's 100% Hispanic and hilarious. Yeah. You met Felipe a couple times, right?
Yeah, at the Tempe Improv and Stand Up Live. He's awesome.
Yeah.
That's hilarious.
Looks like he's perma-stoned. You know, he might not be. And good morning, everybody. Good to see you on the stream. Even JJ, who fucked himself out of $500 yesterday by admitting he cheated in Build-A-Band contest. I feel your pain there, JJ. You know, Eric, the trash guy, appreciates you. And because he ended up scoring that, and he went out and literally hit up everybody he knows in his family to go and vote. So either way, but JJ, like I said, I appreciate your honesty. So I'm sure I could hook you up with tickets or something.
If only politicians were that honest.
Yeah, exactly. And he goes, I was told honesty is the best policy. I'm like, well, you obviously you weren't told that by a lawyer. Any of my lawyer friends are quick to say honesty is never the best policy. You always want them to prove that you did it. Even if you're say you get pulled over and you had a couple beers, you're going to be like, hey, officer, I'm just going to be honest with you. I had a couple beers. Well, guess what? You just fucked yourself. They have to prove that you had a couple beers. So
I drank a couple of Capri Suns.
Yeah, exactly.
All right.
And it's like, I didn't know that they fermented. Right. Rock 102.1 KFMA is Beef Vegan Presents. We're live on the podcast broadcast. On there, you're going to see pictures of conjoined twins who are in a relationship. One of them's banging, one of them's asexual, but has to watch. Very weird. And then coming up next, we got your science stats here. What age we finally see ourselves notice signs of aging, and scientists say they discovered the ideal hangover cure. We're going to go break down that cure, see how
Menudo.
Yeah. Well, Menudo in Tucson definitely is one of those cures, but scientists do not agree on that. Their combination is something that I don't know if I agree with, but I'll let you decide. That'll be coming up next. You can join us, youtube.com/beefvegan. Here's Pearl Jam on Rock 102.1 KFMA. All right. So information. Promo. Yeah. Now, what is the voting machine hoopla that we're seeing in Arizona?
Oh, I mean, I just went on Twitter for 20 seconds, and of course, it's like, what's going on in Maricopa? What is happening in Arizona? Not working polling stations, miscounted ballots, blah, blah, blah. Same old. What do you expect?
Yeah, good times.
Always. You know, it's a good time is you ruining my mood earlier.
What'd I do?
With the Powerball winnings.
I know.
I got so excited. I looked at the numbers and I was like, I matched the first 10. And he's like, what else did you get? I was like, just the 10. How much do I get? And what'd you say?
Fucking nothing. You don't win anything when you just get one number of the Powerball.
I'm so excited.
Yes, the bare minimum is one general number out of the 5, and the Powerball. You're gonna get something. And I think if you get just the Powerball, you get like $3. I could be wrong on that.
You would think getting that at least right would be like, oh, it's at least 100.
No. No, they've been paying out a little too much, but yeah. So we'll see if anyone wins. Of course, there is shenanigans. People are calling it because they delayed the drawing the first time in history that I can recall. Yeah. That they delayed a drawing, so they did it this morning, unannounced, without fanfare. So a lot of it is like suspect. So
they didn't film it, right?
I think they did film it. I'm sure
live
they did.
taping or something. They said they didn't do that.
Well, then that's fucking bullshit.
Yeah.
And I want a refund of my $4 back.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. We went through a list of, lottery fails that happened when people won the lottery and how their lives went to shit. But one story in particular stuck out because of the lottery pools that people do. Oh, yeah. And I got an email yesterday like, who wants to join my pool? I'm like, not me. I'm on my own. Fuck that. I'm not splitting it. Nope. Even if it's $1 billion, I'm not splitting it with you because I don't trust you. And here's an example is why you probably shouldn't do those lottery pools. Is one person was organizing a lottery pool for his work and then won the lottery, didn't tell them, faked an injury, and then disappeared. Eventually got caught and then had to split the winnings amongst everyone. I think it was like 30 million too.
How to be obvious 101.
Yeah.
Like, okay.
So ridiculous.
Hey, where's Mike?
Yeah.
Oh, he got shot in the leg.
Right? He got held out in the house. Good morning, held out.
I don't know why he's in Dubai on vacation.
Right.
All of a sudden, weird.
Yeah. Speaking of held out, let me play some.
Hey, held out.
This song is amazing live, by the way. It's good, a little call and response. Let's go to the phones here. Rock 1, 2.1, who's this?
Hey, what's up, Beef? This is James. I called you a little bit ago.
Hey, James, what's going on?
I just won those tickets, bro, and we got disconnected. I don't know if you need any more info or...
Are you James Downs?
Who?
Okay, so your last name isn't Downs?
No.
Oh.
No. My last name is James, bro, but I'm at work, so I'm kind of trying to not say my first name. So my coworkers don't hear it.
Well, you're on. Okay. Well, yeah, you don't want your coworkers to know that you listen to the show. I totally understand.
Wow.
Nah, I'm just kidding.
No, stop it.
Nah, it's all good. James, that was my bad. I thought you were James that previously won like 15 minutes earlier, so I hung up on you. I do have a pair of tickets I could hook you up with.
Oh,
yeah, that was.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, I was wondering what happened. I'm like, oh man, what happened there?
No, I was like, fuck you, James. Click. But I sorry, I meant to say fuck you to the other James.
Ouch.
Right. No.
Here, I got it.
Yeah, my first name's Ben, bro, and and like I said, it's just I didn't want to be put on blast, calling the station while I'm supposed to be working. So
yeah, no worries.
Cool. So how do I go about getting those?
Here, I'm gonna put your name in right now, dude.
Cool.
Yeah, let me just.
The magic
I'll
of
take my boy to
radio.
that.
Oh yeah, it's gonna be amazing. And what's cool about these ticket games is you could pick any home game in the month of November. So is your birthday March 2nd, 1984?
Yeah, it is.
All right, that's you.
Yep.
All right, cool. You're in the system. You can pick up those tickets here Monday through Friday at 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. and we're closed this Friday, okay?
Thanks, Beef. Appreciate it, brother.
No worries, James. I appreciate you. I got to get back on the air, but we'll talk to you soon.
All right, let's do it. Thanks,
cool.
sir.
Peace.
Bye.
Rock 102.1 KFMA. Shout out to James, and sorry I hung up on him in the first place. I thought he already won, dude. So
it's like, and I took that personal.
All right. In the background, you're hearing Held Out. We're just jamming that out on the podcast broadcast stream. This song's called Erase Her. You can check it out on YouTube. It's an awesome song. A local band Held Out, but definitely putting out music with national quality. Let's get into our science here. Now, first and foremost, let's just bang this out. Scientists say they discovered the ideal hangover cure, Rico. Yes.
Finally.
Now, I remember when we partied here for Halloween, you had those hangover patches.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Those are magic.
They are kind of magical, right? And it did kind of work, but...
It uses the vitamins in your skin.
Yeah, I don't know. If you don't have the money for that, I guess you could make a special concoction of coconut water, lime, and pear. And then if you do that, you got to pair it with a small meal of cheese, tomatoes, and cucumber.
Very specific.
Yeah.
I love it.
Now, the vital research was performed by a team at the Institute of Chemical Technology in Mumbai, India, back in 2019. It was a team led by a doctor who found that this combination of food and drink gives you a good chance of lessening your hangover quickly, if you can force it down, that is, right? Now, the study says that the beverage made from a blend of sweet lime, pear, and coconut water could you be used to overcome a hangover. And I'm sure that if you add a little tequila, that helps.
I was going to say, little rum.
Yeah. It sounds like an amazing cocktail, right? I know we
know.
got bartenders out there. It's just like, hey, this is my specialty.
Yeah.
They'd say the consumption of this beverage along with cheese, cucumber, and tomatoes may further alleviate the hangover symptoms. So there you go. Take it for what it's worth. The hangover cure, according to scientists, kind of a nerdy way. But this other study resonates with me hard. In fact, actually, I came across this last week and I've been sitting on it because I'm just like, son of a bitch. If I was to ask you, what age do you believe that you start noticing the signs of aging? What would that be?
32.
32 is not correct. You're off by a decade. Yeah, because when it comes to your health, you can get away with almost anything in your 20s and early 30s. But after that, you're doing whatever you can to try to not age. A new study found that the average American begins to notice signs of aging at the age of 42. That's it. And I'll tell you what, I noticed a couple grays. I noticed a couple more crow's feet around my eyes. I'm noticing it, right? On average, people believe that they're at their peak health at the age of 34. So it's more about health than male pattern baldness, gray hairs, or wrinkles. Some of the indicators mentioned include joint pain, higher blood pressure, diabetes, slower metabolism, weight gain, and chronic issues. If you're feeling all those, congratulations, you're probably the age of 42 or higher. On average, the age of 39 is when people start to make changes for their health and wellness routines. And I can't dispute any of this study because this is literally everything that I've done and lived through. Right. So at the age of 39, right when 40 was right around the corner, that's when I started going to the gym and changing my diet to, try to not die. And also, get in better shape. That's when the reality hit. Partied hard in my 20s, just kind of was lackadaisical and just eating whatever crap I could feed into my gullet in 30s. And then towards the tail end of my 30s, I was like, I'm going to want to have a working penis here. So I gotta make some changes. So
I got to oxidize my body.
Yeah.
I don't even know what that is, but I got to do it.
It sounds good.
Right.
Yeah. All right. So there's some science for you. Let's hit that reset. When we come back, I'm going to ask you guys a question. Who had the worst luck? And on a podcast broadcast stream, we're going to fan out on Demi Rose. And we have an OnlyFans story that I have to share with you as well. I haven't even seen this girl, but I want to see how hot she may be because she's making headlines across the nation. Our OnlyFans model of the week is on the podcast broadcast as well. It's Rock 102.1 KFMA. All right. I know I was getting there, and then I started fizzling out at the end, in case you didn't notice. All right. So
it's like the landing gear from an airplane. He's almost got it, and then we just
so close. I know. I gotta move these songs around too. But all right. So real quick, I want to show this Demi Rose. Now on the air, I asked Rico if he had heard of Demi Rose and to Google Demi Rose.
The name is just, it sounds like a sexy woman name.
It's a sexy, it is definitely
Demi
a sexy
Rose.
woman name. So let's just crush out on somebody we can never get with. So this is Demi Rose, and this is her eye-popping slew of snaps to Instagram that she posted on Monday from Costa Rica. There's a video of her, but if I play that, I'll get booted from YouTube.
Bro, she would charge you for a stare.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure she's on OnlyFans as well or whatever,
sure?
But that girl is thick.
Oh, she fell down.
Yeah. You need to go pick her up, dude.
Aww.
I don't think I would pick her up. I think I would fall down on top of her over and over again.
Into the river with piranhas.
Yeah.
Whoops.
So thick with 7 C's is Demi Rose. Look at this thing right here. You're like, what? Is that even possible?
It's photoshopped.
It does look photoshopped. But that's not, yeah. So, I mean, I would buy property there.
Whole Monopoly board game right there.
Right there, yes. Another
property.
video. So Demi Rose looking like
she's
Jessica
going
Rabbit.
for the Jessica Rabbit fetish.
And I'll tell you what, that's a pretty fucking ideal Jessica Rabbit. If you were gonna say I need Jessica Rabbit to be a real life person, I think Demi Rose is definitely in the conversation. So go ahead and crush out on that.
What if she had like a smoker's voice or like a man's voice?
I don't give a
So,
shit.
yeah.
I don't care if she has a man's dick. I am getting with Demi Rose. I mean, I'm not in a million years, but I mean, if I had that possibility, yeah.
That Veronica Vaughn.
Mm-hmm. All right, so there's that. Earlier this morning, we did our morning moron. I had a doozy of one that also came along with. Actually, I'm not going to do that. Earlier, we did tap out. So shout out to Shane for coming in. Speaking of Monopoly boards, the theme today was Monopoly. Let's see if you could answer along in a Monopoly edition of Tap Out, presented by Tucson Games and Gadgets. Check this out. Oh, yes. Corn and Rock 1 2.1 KFMA. It's Beef Vegan Presents on a Tap Out Tuesday. In studio, we got special guest Shane from Tucson Games and Gadgets and Short Rest Tavern, which is located in the Tucson Mall. And I figured, like growing up, what's an iconic board game that we all know and love or even despise once we're like 3 hours into it? And that's Monopoly, right?
Mm-hmm.
Everyone knows about Monopoly. Shane just lists off from the top of his head about 20 different versions of Monopoly that he can recall that are currently being sold at Tucson Games and Gadgets. And he's probably only a quarter of the way through. Right. So we have up to $100 in gift certificates to give away for Tucson Games and Gadgets, perfect for the holiday season. And you know the drill. For every question you answer correctly, you're going to get yourself a $20 gift certificate. But if you answer incorrectly or tap out at any given time, the rest goes to our scavengers. 600 KFMA, 605-362. Call now because, ladies and gentlemen, this is Tap Out.
The only game where you can quit and win. Think you have what it takes to last 5 rounds? Let's find out. Beef Vegan presents Tap Out.
As always, the first person who can answer the first question correctly will be our contestant. And then it's up to them to go ahead and answer all these other questions. Every question that we ask, we'll give them 5 seconds to answer. So you either know the answer, you can answer it within 5 seconds, or if you don't know the answer, you could tap out and cash out after you answered a couple questions correctly. Let's go to caller 10 to start things off. Rock 1 2.1, who's this?
Nick.
All right, Nick. Turn down your radio real quick. If you can answer this first question correctly, you're going to be our contestant. Shane's going to ask you this question. You got 5 seconds on the clock to answer it. Are you ready?
Let's go.
All right, Shane, go ahead.
All right, Nick. What is the most expensive property on a standard Monopoly board?
Broadway.
Broadway is
Wrong.
incorrect. So sorry, Nick.
He was confident.
You know what? I had said the same thing earlier when I got asked the question. So
You absolutely did. And maybe it's a Tucson thing. We're just thinking of the road.
Probably.
All right, Rock 1 2.1, who's this?
This is John.
All right, John. All right, 5 seconds on the clock. We'll begin after we ask this question. Shane, go for it.
John, what is the most expensive property on a standard Monopoly board?
Boardwalk.
Boardwalk is correct.
That's it.
Yeah, all right, John. So you're a contestant for Tap Out. We're going to see how many answers he can get correctly in a row, and if there will be any leftover gift certificates for our scavengers after Godsmack. It's Rock 1 2.1 KFMA. Don't go away. And clear. All right, let's see. Here we go. Recording this real quick. Rock 102.1 KFMA. Welcome back to Beef Figure Presents. We are doing Tap Out. On the phone is our contestant, John. He answered the first question correctly and banked himself a $20 gift certificate to Tucson Games and Gadgets. For every answer he gets right, he will get another $20 gift certificate, up to 5, scoring $100 in gift certificates. But if he gets any of them wrong, the rest will go to our scavengers. John, are you ready for the next question?
Sure.
All right. 5 seconds on the clock will begin after Shane asks this Monopoly-themed question. Shane, go for it.
All right, John, here we go. What color are the houses in the classic version of Monopoly?
Green.
Correct.
Green is correct. Yes. All right. You just banked yourself another $20 gift certificate to Tucson Games and Gadgets. You're up to 40. It's very important, if you don't know the answers moving forward, that you tap out to cash out, because if you answer incorrectly, you're only going to get a $20 gift certificate. You understand, John?
Yep.
All right. Here we go. The third question, Shane.
All right, John, here we go. What is Monopoly Guy's name?
Tap out.
Oh,
move.
yeah.
Smart move.
There you go.
I'm not a gambler.
All right, Shane, give him that answer.
It is a hard one, my friend. It is Rich Uncle Pennybags.
Yes, rich
Oh,
Uncle
wow.
Pennybags.
Exactly.
But you were somewhat of a rich Uncle Pennybags yourself, my friend, because you just scored yourself $40 in gift certificates to Tucson Games and Gadgets with 2 locations, one at the Park Place Mall, the other at the Tucson Mall, where the Short Rest Tavern is as well. So stay on the line. We're going to get all your info, okay?
Cool. Thank you.
All right, no that
Uh,
was
was
John.
tap
And real
out.
quick. Boop. All right, and yeah, shout out to Shane and everybody else here. And I'm just stoked. I'm able to play. They have Bad Flower on my playlist today. This Bad Flower's Ghost. I'm stoked about the playlist that I got this morning. So
I saw you
thank
get giddy over that.
Yeah, man.
I get dizzy if I stand up.
Now, I don't get the song selection here. I do squeeze in songs, unbeknownst to my management, who do not like it when I put my own songs in. But sometimes I just got to freshen it up, man. And this morning, the playlist was extra fresh. I mean, these are older songs, but they're not songs that I normally get to play, and I'm stoked about that. So, all right, here is our not OnlyFans model of the week. I got to show you this lady. Now, the reason why she's not an OnlyFans model of the week, she is actually very successful in OnlyFans. Top 0.04%, in fact. Her name's Laura Drain. And when she was young, her family was the religious type and it got her involved with the Westboro Baptist Church.
Oh, yeah.
yeah.
Yep.
So, I mean, at this point, do you forgive her or whatever? But yeah, you know who the Westboro Baptist Church are. Those the a-holes who protest funerals using offensive signs and proclaiming what kind of people, religions, and whatnot that God hates. Essentially, it's just a hate church. God hates everybody, according to the Westboro Baptist Church. Now, it's not necessarily her fault, right? Because she was born into this and was taught. Greta show postponed. Oh my God.
Oh no.
Yeah. Psh, look at that. Breaking news.
At a different date.
Yeah. This is going to be bad news that I'm going to share on the air here. But good news for me. That means I get to sleep in Wednesday.
Maybe they won the Powerball. I'm not telling you.
Right. Well, it's Josh's ear. But so what happened was the lead singer, Josh, he blew out his eardrum, right?
Oh, geez.
Yeah. And this happened in Florida, I think. So blame Florida. And they had to postpone a few dates. And I was hoping, I saw this and I'm like, shit, hopefully it gives them enough time to recover.
Nope.
But no, it is not. So people are going to be pissed.
Damn.
Don't shoot the messenger, though. All right. Should I?
Yeah, please don't.
Yeah. All right. Well, let me continue to talk about this OnlyFans model real quick, and then I'll go on
Back
here.
to business.
Yeah. So over time, Laura actually started to become a target of the church's eerie when she started questioning things. And that led to her eventually being kicked out. Yeah. And now she's turned lemons into sexy lemonade by focusing on a successful career as a nurse and an OnlyFans content contributor.
Ooh la la.
Yeah, she's 36 years old. I'm going to show you a picture of Laura here. And again, she was Westboro Baptist Church. And you'll see the first picture you'll see is her younger as holding up signs, pray for more dead shoulders, don't worship the dead, blah, 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 right? So this is her when she was younger, still hot. This is her now, right? So
she got a tan and a lot of money to do things.
Yeah. She definitely got assisted. Looks like a butt implant as well as a breast implant. But that's what it takes to become. Oh, she got a pretty good, cute face too. 0.04% OnlyFans. So she's blowing up. Don't know what the content is, but there's some of her homies. So you're going to hell. Thank God for dead soldiers. And she's like, well, if you're going to hell, then you might as well jerk off to me on your way there.
Right? At least. I love how that's promo material too. Here's my horrible past.
Right.
What an asshole I was.
Yeah, I know. It's going to make her a 0.01%. She's only going to go up in value on OnlyFans, unfortunately. Anthony's like, she's hot, but she's a POS. Yeah.
Piece of ass.
Yeah, this is the Powers. That's the softest opening announcement in history now. It is. I'll invite you on the stream as well, Powers. I'm going to make this announcement. But yeah. That is funny because I have been bitching about it nonstop. Let's get on the air and break this news to the masses. They're not going to be stoked about it.
They're in the streets.
Rock on 2.1 KFMA. It's Beef Vegan Presents. I hate to break bad news for you guys because I know you're looking forward to this. Now, if you've been listening to the show regularly and religiously, you know that I'm excited. I was excited, but also bitching at the fact that I was going to make stage announcements to Greta Van Fleet tomorrow night at the TCC, and you could already tell I'm doing past tense. Unfortunately, I was just informed that the Greta Van Fleet show scheduled for tomorrow night has officially been postponed. And it's due to continuing issues related to Josh's ear. If you don't know, lead singer Josh from Greta Van Fleet blew out an eardrum about 2 weeks back, and somewhere in like Florida or Texas, somewhere along their route as they were touring. Now, this is a very unfortunate injury, especially when all musicians nowadays use ear monitors to be able to, hear themselves. And of course, having an earbud in your ear that's blown out is definitely not going to make you feel better, right? So they took a couple days off, and they were hoping that it would heal naturally. But unfortunately, he's a slow healer. So they postponed El Paso, Tucson, Anaheim, Sacramento, all those dates. And as soon as we have new dates, they will be posted. And the good news is your existing ticket will be valid for the new date. And once that's announced, refunds will be available at point of purchase. So if you can't make the new date, you can get your money back. But if you can make that new date, just hold on to your tickets because those tickets will be honored. Brutal though, huh?
Yeah. What a bummer.
It is a bummer.
Get better.
Yeah, and it's bad luck. Bad luck for Josh. Bad luck for us all. Not as bad luck for the two people I'm going to talk about in this upcoming segment. But I do need you to let me know whose luck is worse. Are you ready for this?
Ready.
If it wasn't for bad luck, they'd have none at all. A 45-year-old woman in Switzerland had been seriously injured after a run-in with her own car. Not once, not twice, but 3 times. Now, according to reports, they say that the woman left the car running when she got out to get something out of her trunk on a slight slope. Now, the car started rolling backwards, and unable to stop it, she fell to the ground and was ran over, right? Then the car bumped into another vehicle and rolled forward and ran over her again.
What?
Yeah. Then the car hit a sidewalk and then bumped back yet again, running her over for the 3rd time before it finally came to a stop at a wooden barrier. All right. So that's her luck. But is that worse than this guy's luck? There was an Australian named Herbert who went to go run some errands one fine afternoon. And so he didn't think twice about leaving his rental car parked on the side of a residential street. He was gone for just about 15 minutes, and he came back to find out that his car had been crushed by a giant sofa. Yes.
I thought you were going to say his car was the one that ran over that lady.
No. Cops are investigating a suspect now demolished. They suspect that the now demolished Toyota fell victim to a party during which someone may have tossed the couch off the balcony. That party, by the way, legendary.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Now, fortunately, only the car was hurt. So whose luck was worse?
I think that's good luck on his end. He wasn't in the car.
That's true.
Yeah, hers.
Okay, yeah. I mean, the woman who got ran over 3 times by her own car.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The winner.
Sorry I asked. Yeah. The winner and loser at the same time.
Like he got smashed by a couch. You're like, yeah, that guy has really bad luck.
Seriously. And, I want to throw a party here soon, but I think I'm doing it wrong if I don't throw furniture out the window. We're going to keep the conversation moving on to podcast broadcast. You can join us, youtube.com/beefvegan, or keep it right here. It's Rock 102.1 KFMA. Clear.
It's like comedic 3 times. She's like, not again.
I know. That was seriously fantastic. All right. Well, good. We got joining us on the stream from an undisclosed location with lots of toys, I'm assuming.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Is a non-bearded Powers. Good morning, Powers.
Oh, with the Russian hat. No,
yeah.
what is that?
We got to get that.
Oh, Davy Crockett hat.
That beard
American hat. Look at that. Sound's not working.
I got him. No, he's got it muted. You got to unmute yourself. Yeah, you're not in the studio anymore.
All right, I'm not in the studio, so I can be unmuted.
That was very kind of you, though. I do enjoy that. All right, so Powers, I'm going to ask you this here. Since you're popping up on the podcast broadcast stream, and I don't know if you saw that earlier, but we played Tap Out with Shane from Tucson Games and Gadgets. He says hi, by the way, and I want to play a game, right? So our theme today was Monopoly, right? It was Monopoly trivia. Now, you're familiar with Monopoly as everyone else is. Would you consider yourself, you're a big fan. Would you consider yourself a fanatic / expert?
Yes, I live my life by a motto called "Take a Chance."
There you go. Okay. So with that, I'm going to ask you these questions. I'm going to see how many of the 5 questions you can get right. 2 of them were answered correctly on the air. Okay. So it's not an easy game.
Deal.
What were you going to say, Rico?
I think he's got this.
All right. We'll see. All right. And again, 5 seconds every time I ask you the question. So no Googling. All right. First and foremost, we got the easiest one. I was first. What is the most expensive property on a standard Monopoly board?
Take a walk on the boardwalk.
That's right. That is correct. Okay. What color are the houses in the classic version of Monopoly?
Green.
That is correct. All right. So those 2 questions were answered correctly. Now let's see if you can answer this 3rd question. And you only got 5 seconds to figure it out. And a lot of people butcher this name. But what is the Monopoly guy's name?
I have him hanging on my wall back in the day. It's Rich Uncle Pennybags.
He fucking knows it. Yes. You do have it hanging on your wall?
I used to. I had him because I used it for Scrooge. Like, that's one of Scrooge's heroes.
Yeah, that makes sense. So the Monopoly man's actual name is Rich Uncle Pennybags. He also goes by the name Mr. Monopoly. So see, Powers would have got $60 right off the bat. But I don't know if he would have got the $80 question. We'll find out.
Let's see.
Which city streets inspired the Monopoly board game?
Which city streets? Atlantic City.
That is correct. Jesus, see?
He's
All right.
from there, of course.
Well, he's from New York. That's in Atlantic City's in New Jersey, but same difference, I guess. All right. Well, then here is the impossible question that I saved for the $100 question.
Is
All
the
right,
answer the landlord's game?
No.
Okay. That's what Monopoly used to be called.
Okay, the landlord's game. That's a bummer. Yeah, I mean, nobody wants to be reminded of their landlord. I mean, talk about who's more hated than a landlord. All right. Here is the question. The $100 question was, which one of the 4 railroads in Monopoly was not a real railroad?
Ooh. I'll just take a guess and say the short line.
Holy shit,
Oh my
dude.
God.
Oh, yes.
Told you.
Yes, you would have got it. Any reason why you would have said short line?
I know Reading is real. I know
Yeah.
the Reading Railroad's real, and I couldn't think of the other 2 off the top of my head.
Pennsylvania
That's
Railroad.
hilarious.
No one would have really recalled a short line. This is
I
amazing.
know.
So you can legitimately say that you are a true blue Monopoly fanatic and fan.
Man.
Yeah. So the 4 railroads in Monopoly: Pennsylvania Railroad, B&O Railroad, Reading Railroad, and Short Line. All of those are real in the United States, except for Short Line, which essentially was going to be a real railroad. It was going to be kind of like a subway of sorts, or a tram, or whatever you want to call it.
Something.
But yeah, it never came to be. So it's just a fake railroad. Yeah.
I just got the best toy too. Here, let me pop out. I want to find if I could find something I just bought like a few months ago. It's
You
awesome.
do that. Earlier this morning, we did, of course, we did Morning Moron. Should I do the Morning Moron? Yeah, I'll do them. Hold that thought. Yeah. Oh, so actually, we had a.
Look at that.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Oh,
Because it
Close.
came with the VW bus, so I could
Oh,
be a
nice.
VW bus. Isn't that
yeah,
fun?
but you're never gonna open it, dude.
No, I'll open it up. I'll open the thing right now.
Right now.
All right. Well, yeah. So we play Monopoly. See, I have this rule, right? I never bet money against anyone playing pool if they bring their own cue, darts if they have their own darts, or bowling if they bring their own ball. Now I'm adding to that list. I'm never going to bet money in Monopoly if they bring their own Monopoly piece.
I know.
Toot, toot.
Yeah.
Here it comes.
Yeah, and that looks like the comic book mobile.
Heck yeah.
It's actual
All right, I'll
silver.
let you play with your toys. Stick around here. This morning we did Morning Moron, and in case you missed it, went a little something like this. Check it out.
Honk.
One Kev, man. It's now 6:15 and time for your Morning Moron. Let's do this. All right, it's today's you might have a big ass. All right. You might have a big ass if you get shot in it by a blind man. That's exactly what happened to today's Morning Moron. This happened last Wednesday as a 36-year-old named Jeffrey Carl broke into a home near Dayton, Ohio around 3 a.m. and just started taking stuff, right? Little burglary action. But he had to stop when the owner, who is partially blind, extremely blind actually, could barely even see, was able to fire off caps and shoot him in the ass. Now, it turned out he actually knew Jeffrey. It doesn't sound like they're related, but Jeffrey told the cops the guy's like an uncle to him. Well, with family like that, who needs enemies, right?
For real.
The homeowner had been in the hospital, and Jeffrey knew that. So he was just trying to break in and steal guns and music equipment while he was gone, like a good nephew, you know? But he didn't know that he'd gotten home the night before. That's where he messed up. And then the guy told 911 that he fired one shot at the burglar. So it only took one shot.
Wow.
Yeah, didn't know if he hit him or not because, again, he's blind.
Billy the Blind Kid.
Yeah, exactly. Damn. Yeah, this is like if you're training to be like a sharpshooter and you wear a blindfold and it's like you just need to listen to the wind. Now shoot him in the ass.
Use the force.
Use the force. You just forced it in his ass. Oh, I don't know if I could say that. Anyways, he said the burglar was coming right at him when he fired. And again, he doesn't see too well. He wasn't coming right at him. He was actually running away. And he still got him in the ass. Now, cops followed the trail of blood down the street and found Jeffrey hiding out in his shed. Oh,
screaming, my butt!
They Scooby-Dooed him. Now, it sounds like he was planning to sell whatever he stole to buy drugs, and now he's facing burglary charges and, you know, all the other good stuff that you would face. I got a mugshot that you'll see on the podcast broadcast later of Jeffrey here with the hole in his butt. Or two, I should say. And it does look like that it's not his first time in jail, so he'll be okay. So even with a sore rump.
What a pain in the ass.
Yeah. So for all that, definitely makes Jeffrey a morning moron. There you go. That was your morning moron from this morning.
Something bit me.
Something bit me.
Let's see if you see it. You'll name it. You know, you love the name of the show. You know the name of the show. Let's go.
Oh, branding.
That's on the end of the Monopoly bus?
Yeah.
Wow. Oh, yeah. Pascal.
The Monopoly man can afford a Volkswagen bus. That's how bad the economy is now.
You know, speaking of which,
Rolls Royce in.
Our whole setup today, we've been pitching, is obviously today's the day to vote, right? So we talked about that. And we made a little video to remind you the 3 steps to voting. You might have seen this on social media. If you haven't, it went a little something like this. Check this out. It's Beef Vegan. I have your 3-step guide to have a very happy and successful voting day. Step 1, shut the up. Step 2, vote. Step 3, shut the up again. All that matters is that you vote. Nobody needs your opinion. Every vote counts. Vote and then shut the up. The more you know. There you go.
Very succinct.
I feel more patriotic already.
Yeah, feeling good, right? Yeah,
Vote and shut up about it.
That's the theme. So, you know.
Wear your sticker and shut up.
Yeah, and don't post it. Anthony was good to point out that don't post that I voted sticker or selfie. No one needs to see that.
And in case you don't want to vote, I'm selling those stickers, so you feel better at least.
Oh, nice. Yeah, you got a whole trunk full, huh?
Uh-huh.
Nice.
You don't even have to go to the polling station. Just come to Uncle Rico, and he'll sell you.
Yeah, but the thing with these
$8.
bootleg voted stickers is it's always like there's a misspelling. You know, it's like I voted.
I verted.
I voted.
I farted.
I farted.
Yeah. So
I've seen that stick. I've seen the I voted, but it says I farted sticker.
I'm gonna get that.
Oh yes, that would be fantastic. We got 45 seconds before we get on the air, and I have another segment here to share with you guys. And I was going to share this yesterday, and I forgot. So that's why I'm glad that you're on the stream, Powers, because I feel like this is something that with your eclectic footwear, you might be interested in. All right. So
you're talking about these shoes. Okay.
Yeah, these shoes.
Them shoes.
Look
at them shoes.
Yeah, these shoes are ridiculous. But just when I think that nobody's gonna get these shoes because they're ugly, then I remember that millions of people wear Crocs. So
yep.
You know.
And those really bad looking Balenciagas, you pay like $800 for a pair of shoes that look like your dad's Asics.
Oh, I didn't even know about those. That's fancy. Look at you, fancy man. Rock 102.1 KFMA. Welcome back to Beef Vegan Presents. So we're live here on the podcast broadcast. Joining us via satellite is Powers. Good morning, Powers.
Good morning.
Yeah, and I wanted to talk to you about this. I was going to bring this up yesterday because I came across these crazy shoes that can almost make you like super athletic in a way.
Ooh.
Yeah, I know I got your attention. I think they're gaudy and ugly, and that's why I wanted to bring this up with Powers, because I know he has eclectic footwear and he's a fan of just shoes that make a statement. I'm going to show you a picture of these shoes, and I want you guys to tell me what statement these shoes make. I'm showing them on the podcast broadcast now. What statement do you think these shoes make? I'll start with you, Rico.
I'm into incest.
I'm into incest. All right. What about you, Powers?
I really can't wait for the cyberpunk future, but I want rubber involved.
Yes. So now these shoes that I'm showing you on the podcast broadcast stream are battery powered. They're called Shift Robotics, and they are trending now. They claim to make you walk up to 250,000 or 250% faster.
Okay.
So wearing these shoes will make you a fast walker. They're called Shift Moonwalkers. Shift.
Well, I think back in the day they called those roller skates.
Yeah.
Like, are those wheels or no?
You know, they kind of do look like roller skates, but they're designed to let you walk like normal. Basically, you're walking and rolling at the same time, which sounds tough, but they use AI to adapt to the way you walk so you don't trip and fall.
I want to see a drunk guy wear these on the way home from the bar.
Oh my God. There's no way. So you can't drift in them, unfortunately, but so they're not like skates. Or those Heeley shoes
No
with wheels.
Tokyo drifting on these?
Not yet. The wheels stay locked unless you're walking. And then if you go upstairs in them, they'll lock as well. And there's a feature to limit your top speed if you're walking downhill. I'd love to see someone in San Francisco rock these. Going by at like 90 miles an hour.
How many TikToks are going to come out from these?
Yeah. What do you think? Now, Powers is just on Let's Make a Deal, right? So, yeah. What do you think the asking price for these Shift Moonwalkers will be, Power? Let's Make a Deal.
I'm going to say because of modern times and that regular shoes are like $300 and $400, that these have to be $500 shoes. These Air Virgins are
$500. What do you say, Rico?
You know what? That sounds about on point, but I'm going to do the whole game thing. I'll do 501.
Okay. Well, Rico. Yeah, Rico is closest without going over. Because the asking price for these really ugly, bulky shoes, $1,400.
Elitists.
Yeah, they're available for pre-order on Kickstarter for a little less than that right now, and they ship in March. So if you want to be the first one to say, hey, don't have sex with me, then you can check out the Shift Moonwalkers via their Kickstarter. And I'm going to show you a video of how they work on the podcast broadcast stream. So if you're curious on how gaudy and ugly these shoes are, they are pretty bad.
If you get turned down from a date, you can get away quicker at least.
Yeah. I think the only benefit of these is like when you're walking on a crowded street and you have those slow walkers in front of you, slap some of those in front of them. And, bam. But yeah, we'll watch that video on the podcast broadcast stream, hit the reset and be back with your beef tip after these words. It's Rock 102.1 KFMA. All right, so I'm going to show this video here.
That price point makes me want them more now, those bastards.
That's how they get you.
They know what they're doing.
I was really almost, I was going to guess 800. I was like,
at the max. Well,
800 would have been good.
Let's see this tech.
Yeah.
I'm so excited.
Wearing the Google Glass at the same time.
You see him out? Yeah. How he's kind of sliding.
I'm pretty sure that's called fast forward. I think they just sped this video up just a bit.
Look at this.
Possibly.
Oh my god.
There's
I'll be running into so many people though.
This is it.
My way I'm speed walking.
This is it. 250% faster. You know,
you're our Kickstarter. Here's 15 seconds of a loop of the only footage we got of people staying vertical.
Yeah, that's true. I don't think these would work for me too because I walk like a duck, you know, so I would be sliding out, you know, my feet would be going out. So it's great for straight walkers.
Pinching a loaf, making your way through a tough crowd. Don't worry, we got you. So you can take a shit and walk out in style.
Oh my god.
Yeah, brutal. I'm just mad I didn't come up with this idea. Yeah, be a millionaire.
Skates, I know.
I know. I
kind of want to try them. I hate the fact that I want to try these so bad, though.
Oh, I know you do.
I'll be like, you know what, guys? They're actually not that bad. Like, shut up, Rico. Nerd.
All right, time for Beast retweets. This was tweeted by Barstool Sports. They said the new GTA 6 trailer is crazy realistic. You know how this is going to turn out. Yeah, check this out.
Oh, this PT Cruiser ain't having it.
That's an angry ant.
Oh yeah.
Well, here we go.
Here it
Yep.
comes.
Runs out. Fuck you.
Oh my
Oh!
god.
Mm-hmm.
Some mean right
Couple
hook.
shots. Yeah. Oh,
Oh,
he's coming back for more.
He's no NPC. He's coming.
No.
He's oh.
He did not win that round. He's like, all right. Oh, he did win. Is he getting back in the PT Cruiser?
You want some more? Yep, he wants more.
All right.
Round 3.
Up, green light, green light.
Take it to the
green light.
ground game,
Oh,
ground game.
cool.
Oh, and he gets in the PT Cruiser.
See ya.
He's like, yeah, I lost.
Taking my cargo shorts back home.
And he's out.
Mm.
Oh, see, that's what you get. That was the guy who got out of the car through the first punch, and now he's all
Dazed.
wobbly.
If only he had those fast shoes.
Yep.
Chase after him.
Run up to that thing like the T-1000.
Exactly.
Right.
Holy hell.
And Beast retweets, here's a grandmother who works at Walmart. She checks the barcodes, and she acts like this is like a Glock. Like, watch her pull back whenever she scans anything. It's amazing.
Yeah.
Very important. Are you over 21?
I am.
Just barely, like yesterday.
Boom, boom. Now, they don't have a feature
funny.
that makes it jerk, right? That's all her. It's
The
in her head.
recoil on these things, man. I swear to God.
Crazy because sometimes
Yeah.
she doesn't
Are you
sidearm.
I am.
If he's
Oh,
in
That
the
is
rush,
funny.
We got to get him quick.
Oh yeah. Don't mess with her. This
Damn.
living art thing I thought was pretty
Oh,
dope.
I saw it. Yeah. Again, the roller skates would have been nice to have on.
Absolutely. Wow.
Roller shoes.
Yeah, he just went back. It just starts off with them walking, and then they're using gravity. It's just a living art exhibit, right?
Mhm.
And so this is all great. Everyone's standing around, and they're just all inspired, and then they start fucking and got really weird. The video cuts off.
They had to
Obviously,
put up the SeaWorld wet blanket thing.
yeah.
Flash zone.
Oh no, the splash
It
zone.
is a splash zone. Watch out. It's gonna spray outward. But living art is cool. I actually went to an art exhibit while I was in San Francisco walking down Valencia Street. There was a couple different things. In fact, actually, I could pull up my girlfriend's Instagram page, and because she took some pictures of this. And
San Francisco.
yeah, so see search. And yeah, so I got my culture. I was able to get some culture in there. I was happy to get some culture as well. And here are some of the photos that I didn't take, but my girlfriend did while we were in San Francisco. So first, got to do the Golden State or Golden Gate Bridge.
Oh hell yeah!
Yeah, that's a standard, right? And this is actually a pretty good shot, even though it was a foggy day. We went right there. Just the overlook of the city, right? This
Foggy
is
aesthetics.
Yeah, this is an art exhibit, right? It's just a room full of paperback books, right? That's like glued to the wall, that's open, and this is art. Yeah. And so, here's a picture of me and my uncle. This is a album cover, and if you didn't notice, because I didn't notice when taking this picture at first, right here it says Kanye's Taint with an arrow pointing to me.
Yep.
So I am
New nickname.
Kanye's Taint.
That's a good band right there.
Mhm.
It is a fucking awesome band.
Kanye's Taint.
Yeah, so the Kanye's Taint is there. This Golden State Park. And yeah.
I'm just mad you didn't have one of the Full House.
Well, yeah, that was the one place we didn't go see was the Full House because too many people go there. It's fucking lame. Yeah. Japanese tea garden.
Cool.
Yeah, another overcast. This is a Pier 39. So yeah, there's some photographs.
Good shots.
Yeah, she did
I'm
good.
jealous. I want to go to San Fran.
I'll tell you, it was good. And one of these times, I'm going to figure out what day they're out of town, and we could plan a trip and stay at their place.
Throw a couch out the window like those partiers. Yeah.
It was a super fun trip, though. I did enjoy that 48 hours. It was perfect because honestly, by day 3, I'm aching to get home anyways. You're kind of over it,
Mhm.
So
Goes by the Vegas rule, kind of.
yeah, pretty much.
It's like, yeah, enough.
Yeah, exactly. And especially for the sake of my uncle and my aunt. My uncle's 75 years old. You can't tell it. He's in
He's how
amazing
old?
shape. 75.
Oh wow. Okay.
Yeah. And
Good for him.
yeah, dude's forever young,
Yeah.
really healthy. But you know, living in that town, it's easy to be healthy because just walking around, you know, how do you not be healthy in that situation?
He's got that good food.
Yeah. Well, you got the good food, but you were like always on an incline. You're always walking up, but you're always walking down. It's fucking crazy.
You should have pictured his calves. They're just like Popeye massive.
They are.
Like, damn.
They look like Conor McGregor now. Do you see the
I
picture?
saw that Is that, I don't know. People are like, it's photoshopped. Is he like massive now? Is he bulked up?
He is massive, and he hasn't been in the USADA testing pool, right? So USADA is
heavyweight.
He says that he's 265, legit 265, and they're like, "Oh, you're on steroids, bro."
Yeah.
People have been accusing him being on steroids here for the past year, but you be the judge here. Check out Conor McGregor. Boom. If you see this photograph,
Yeah, he's jacked up, man. That's some steroids.
look at those calves or those quads, dude.
It's like super shredder.
Yeah, so people are freaking the fuck out at this photo.
Fucking jacked.
And again, he says he's 265 when he's only like 5'8", right? So he posted another image here. This is 145, 155, and he said 170, but he said looks a heavy like a heavy cut.
Like him.
It's like whiskey Pokemon upgrades.
It doesn't look like him, right? So you
Like,
see the difference.
Whose face is that? That didn't
Well, he
even look
shaved
like
his beard off.
That's the difference. Yeah, he shaved his beard off, but that's the difference of what like extra weight will do to your face. There was one, I mean, at 145, he looked like a skeleton. It was scary. After he fought, he won that fight, but I mean, he's unrecognizable. 155 is his natural weight, and that's where he looks best.
If you look at his legs, he is getting the gains the whole time.
Yeah. Well, here's the thing with him. So the reason why Conor McGregor has been on the bench is because he broke his shin bone or one of the bones. It just snapped, right? And it was fractured, and then he turned wrong and it just snapped in half. So he's got a steel bar there. So he's trying to put muscle on his legs so he doesn't hurt his legs when he fights again. But this is too much. And he has to be in the USADA testing pool for at least 6 months before he can go back to fighting. And he hasn't been tested yet because he's jacked to the gills. Rock 102.1 KFMA. We're just looking at the pictures of Conor McGregor right now, jacked to the gills, super juiced up, and allegedly on steroids. There's no way he can't be looking like he does right now. But this is what he's been doing in his spare time: is
steak, eggs, and whiskey,
and steroids.
A little garnish.
Yeah, I didn't know Proper 6 was 6 different HGH hormones.
That's what I was gonna say. You got to avoid the carbs and sprinkle some HGH on there.
A little bit.
Yeah. So he's looking like a beast. All right. Unfortunately, that's all the time we have for the show today. Just a quick reminder that Greta Van Fleet show has been postponed, unfortunately, due to Josh's ear injury. As soon as we find a remake date, we will let you know when that's going to be. Keep an eye on KFMA.com for more information. If you bought tickets for that show, those tickets will be honored when it's rescheduled. But as soon as they announce the rescheduled date, if you choose to get a refund, that will be available as well. Okay. All right. Before we wrap things up, let me give you a beef tip. And this is a legitimate beef tip from science, of course. How often should you wash your hair? How often do you guys wash your hair, Rico?
Every day.
Okay. What about you, Powers?
Well, I keep it off to the side in a dish, and I just wash it when I can.
You mean hair, not body hair, right?
Yeah, hair.
Oh,
yeah, and according to science, Powers technique is the better one. Recent reports of cancer-causing chemicals found in some dry shampoos have gotten people to rethink their hair washing routine. It also led to wonder how often you should be washing your hair in the first place. The definitive answer comes from a doctor named Dr. Anthony Rossi, a dermatologist. He says that you should do it probably once or twice a week, which is fine. And even less than that may be appropriate if you've had a chemical treatment like bleaching, a perm, or relaxer. So just because all the chemicals in shampoo, it's best if you only wash your hair once or twice a week. And that's your beef tip. Or you could just shave your head like Powers and don't worry about having hair.
Life hack.
Yeah, I shaved it all off. I sure did. That's where it went.
Well, I'll let you back in studio as soon as that beard grows back, okay? All right. Well, thank you guys so much for listening. Don't forget to go to youtube.com/beefvegan and subscribe to the podcast broadcast channel. We'll be back tomorrow morning with tickets on the line to give away and all that good fun stuff. Till then, Robin Nash is up next. Enjoy the rest of your day. Drive safe, ride safe, and as always, rock local. Later.
When you wish
Thanks for listening, guys.
side of beef, Soon
Eat your
will
Wheaties.
come an end to all your grief.
What?
But if you've been mean or kind of bad,
Bye.
I will knock out all your teeth.